who came out of film school at LA City College.
Okay.
He had casted a friend of mine in one of his film shorts. My buddy called me up to say, he's this up-and-coming young film director. He's never done action before. Can you help him out? So I did. And we shot it, this little action piece over 6 hours in one night. Right?
Wow.
And I thought, oh, that's the end of that. Well, about a year and a half later, I get an email from him saying, Sonny, I'm in the Philippines. I got a really big movie. Would love for you to direct or action direct and help choreograph, blah, blah, blah. And I said, he goes, I don't think I can pay much. I go, no, right? Because the opportunity is there now. So I actually went. And of all people, the lead was Robin Padilla. Robin Padilla is the 90s version of Bruce Willis for the Philippines.
No, I know the name. Even I know the name. Not,
So Robin was very instrumental in convincing me to stay and help the industry.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome.
So you were thinking of leaving the industry at that time?
Or? No. In terms of not working in the Philippines.
I see.
We shot, it's called Bonifacio.
Oh, yeah.
Ang unang Pangulo, which means the first president.
First president, yeah.
Right.
I actually saw that.
Yes. Right. So, when I actually went back, the producers had brought me back because it was entered in the Metro Manila Film Festival.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Won a ton of awards. And Robin at that point said, I don't know why he likes to call me master, and if Robin says master, and then everybody else says master, right?
Yeah.
That's why you're some guy to us.
Some guy.
But interestingly, Robin also wants to promote and propagate Filipino martial arts. So he brought me to the heads of Viva.
Oh,
Viva
wow.
is one of the biggest production companies out there.
Right? Especially at a certain
crap.
time. I mean, a little bit less now, I guess.
They're still in the top three.
Okay.
Yeah.
Regal?
ABS, CBN. No, Regal's kind of on the side.
Okay.
It's ABS, CBN, Viva, and maybe who else out there?
It's okay. We don't
If
care
we
about
forgot
that.
your name,
But anyway, Robin was again very gracious and introduced me to Victor Rosario and his son Vincent. And right off the bat, he was like, action movie there like this, and they're like, oh, are you going to star in it? Robin goes, well, he had his commitments because he was part of Duterte's whole promotion and administration. But he goes, well, who's going to direct it then? And Robin goes, him. They don't know me from Adam.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they go, okay, well, we'll think about it. Here's a script. Will you read this? And I read it, and I don't want to say the title, but I go, if you don't mind, sir, I'd like to submit my own projects to you at some point. He goes, sure, so long as you can collaborate with our writers.
Right.
End of the day, I just got so many other offers from other people to work on their stuff that mine, on the back on the shelf. But now that I'm back here, I am bringing those projects back to life, and I want to do one here.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That would be
cool.
cool.
If you need somebody to bring you water.
No, what would be cool, guys, I think? I need BTS.
What?
Right? If this film ever comes to fruition, I don't want to give it away yet.
Right.
If it ever comes to fruition, if you guys are available, come and do BTS.
Okay, wait. I want to be clear. What's BTS? Because
background, production, filming, about everything goes.
Oh, we're there. You give us a call.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes?
Behind the scenes. Yeah, behind the scenes.
BT. Never mind.
I thought it was the Korean boy.
No,
I was like, I don't think we can pull that one off, man. I mean,
But
no.
Yeah, let us know.
but it is definitely related to what we're doing here.
No,
Wow,
yeah.
really?
Yep.
That is so awesome.
Dude, this really is Kismet. I mean, the way this whole week has happened for us.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that we fell into, and the people that
Yeah,
we got.
and the time frame in which we
the
fell
time
into
frame,
it.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean, we're here for 3 days, right? And we got these 4 awesome episodes capped off with you. I'm like, oh my God, right? And, before it gets away from me, because I really wanted to talk about this, because this is important to
Him
me.
personally.
Yeah, well,
no one else.
The Filipino documentary,
Sorry.
The Bladed Hand.
Yes.
When I watched this probably 10 years ago, I went to a screening or a premiere for it, and who do I happen to meet? Well, this guy. Didn't know me from Adam. He was just one of the guys that I was just a fan, and shook my hand, sold me a video for full price, no Filipino discount. We bought 2 of them. But that video or that film meant a lot to me because one, it taught me about a lot of the stuff about Filipino martial arts that I never knew. And one of them being, and which is a big surprise to me, is that the people in the Philippines, not a lot of them knew what FMA was.
Yeah.
Right? And you guys talk about that from the very, oh yeah, if you go down there, yeah, hey Manong, what's Filipino martial arts? Oh, Eskrima or Kali? Oh, I don't know. And I was like, I was blown away by that.
Dude, I did that in Daly City.
Right.
Because those of you who know California and the Bay Area, Daly City, a lot of Filipinos.
Yeah, sure.
That's why there's fog all the time.
From the rice cookers.
Okay. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, see, he didn't know. That's why. But I went around when I first started training with them. Just any Filipino that would talk to me, and I'd ask them, "Hey, what do you know about this thing?" And they're like, "What's that?
Yeah.
What is that? I don't know what that is."
Yeah, sadly.
Is that a sport? It's
Sadly,
like, oh, what?
right?
But that was a shock to me.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. It's like going to a Chinese and saying, "Hey, do you know kung fu?" And some of them
Of
are
course,
saying,
right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
It was that whole thing that I felt.
There's a social pressure
Really?
that people are forced through an educational system that teaches people memorize all this and go work for somebody and get a job.
Right.
So anything that's extracurricular
Yeah.
is often shunned.
Yeah. And definitely not funded.
Yeah. So the martial arts thing, especially where Eskrima is concerned, the general public in the Philippines, outside of the PE curriculum that was
Right.
established by Remy Precis,
Remy, yeah, and the brothers.
Right.
The 3 brothers.
they, if anybody sees it not necessarily as martial art, they see it as exercise.
It's exercise, yeah. PT,
Right?
yeah.
And so they don't understand the concept of how it relates to martial combat,
Right.
right? For those that may know, provincially, whether in Cebu, Luzon, or Mindanao, they see it as a street art and not something that people of a higher class would see,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Right. And then,
So wait,
and-
it's like a status thing? Like only
Somewhat to some
only
degree.
those in the back alleys are
Well, yeah,
fit to
because
learn
it was born in Cebu with all the thugs, and that's where it almost.
There, you know what? Historically,
Yeah.
while the systems that have come out of Cebu are more known globally, there are other systems that existed in Luzon at the same time, but they didn't get as much exposure.
Right.
In Mindanao, they have their own systems. We explained it in the documentary.
Yes.
They don't necessarily associate themselves as FMA. They call themselves moral arts. So
Moral,
they're
yeah.
related to like Silat,
Right.
more so,
Okay.
and which has a totally different flavor.
Folks,
Oh, yeah.
if you get a chance, go check out that video. It's still out. I've seen
Yeah,
it.
it's on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Find it,
Wonderful
watch
documentary, and the people that you got on there.
Oh wow! Yeah,
I mean,
right.
you got them before they all passed away.
quite a few of them. Yeah.
That was, to me, I was like, wow, we're never going to hear from them again. But the stuff that
Here
they
they
talk
are.
on there was just, oh my god.
What was cool about it was, yes, definitely meeting those personalities, and eventually training with them.
Oh, you got to train with them?
I got to train with them, and I have specifically chosen one system out there that's a long-range fighting system
Right.
with Tini Makachor, Celestino Makachor, who's
Right.
out of Mactan,
Mactan, of course.
right, where Lapu Lapu was from.
Yeah.
Right.
So it opened my eyes to a different form of FMA.
Now let me ask you this, because there's another great person in that documentary.
Yeah.
Is Daniel Florando? Is that?
Mombaki.
Mumbaki.
Yeah.
Now, is that his name is Daniel
Ronda.
Veranda?
Yeah.
But they call him Mumbaki.
Yeah.
Okay. The stuff that he shows on there with the Dumag and all that, and that guy is amazing too. I
You
mean,
know,
he had a big hand in the film because he was talking a lot of.
He was the influence that got Jay to expand it to what it was.
Okay.
Originally, he was just going to do a short on Mombaki because Mombaki was in Russia.
This
First
guy,
Filipino
yeah.
living in Russia, teaching special forces the FMA stuff, and he was just going to do it on Mombaki. But Mombaki told Jay, "You should get all the other Filipinos,
Yeah.
you know. And then when he
Wow.
went to, when Jay interviewed Joni Cañete of Doce Pares in Cebu, he
Yeah.
said, you got to go to the U.S. and get that in a Santo.
Right, of course.
So Jay took it upon himself, you know, as much as he tried to get in touch with Grodan, everything goes through Sifu Paula.
Yeah.
He tried and tried and tried, and when he showed up to actually take the classes, again he approached them, and for whatever reason, Sifu Paula agreed. Okay, go ahead, and gave us quite a bit of exposure to Grodan to talk to him about it.
Wow.
So, you know, Jay, in his own undertaking, didn't realize how big this was going to be. And we met because of a mutual friend that he went to elementary school with. Their family moved to LA.
Boy.
The sister
I
of
know
his
them,
friend
yeah.
goes, hey, one of my friends from college does FMA and blah, 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 blah. So we start talking. And,
Wow.
you know, Jay, we got some interviews here and there, and Jay said, you know, I got to go back, running out of money. Again, like you guys know, self-funded,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I said, when you go back, is it cool if I get some people interviewed for it? He goes, yeah, sure. So that's how I got involved with the production.
Right.
Then beyond that, I don't know
you get
if Jay
producer
had a
credits?
plan. Yeah, he gave me a producer.
Oh, nice.
My thing was like marketing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I said, we got to do a big premiere in LA. I'll call my celebrity friends.
Yeah.
Right? So what was cool about it was when we featured that, it wasn't just martial artists. It was everybody from so many different sectors of social life. It wasn't brown people. It was like everybody there. So it was really more a cultural experience than I would say just martial arts.
Well, we had heard about LA,
That's
but we're like,
beautiful.
oh, we can't go up there. When I heard it was going to San Francisco, we were like, yeah,
No,
we're
you
doing
know,
it.
we did a thank God for social media nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
We really pushed it hard on social media, and Jay was brilliant in putting out these little teasers.
Right.
And
Yeah,
then-
those are the things that we saw.
Right.
Yeah, I saw
So
some of
everybody
those.
was like, how do we get in touch with them? And next thing you know, we were doing screenings in Washington, D.C., in Denver, in New York, in Seattle,
Wow.
San Diego,
What?
Hawaii, right? So, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
and I have to ask because this is our system was based on the Keithy, and when I saw you know Grandmaster Gahe
Yeah.
on that, and I was actually expecting a little more. You know, I know he got a little segment. I was like, why? I mean, you know, I have to ask, why did he even get a
No,
lot
he
of-
doesn't, but he's going to.
I don't
You know-
know because Jay.
Do you remember though? He
Yes.
didn't have a big.
Were you there now with two other guys?
Yeah, my brother. Yeah.
Okay, I remember you guys.
Okay.
That's all I remember you guys.
He knows me. I know somebody.
So, as far as
They
as,
talk
as
shit about
Gahe's as far as Gahe's involvement was concerned, I do know that Jay got more footage.
Right.
What he included, I guess, the versions that you guys got was
Oh.
the first.
There's a
Edition.
director's cut.
That was essentially the director's cut.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then the ones that are online now is a different edit.
Okay.
So
Oh, really? We
yeah.
have to rewatch it then.
Where Gahe was concerned, I don't know why Jay didn't include him
Right.
more. And it happened to be with a lot of people, just snippets.
Dude, the one that I did enjoy that you guys did a lot with was the guys at Lightning. That,
yeah.
That guy was.
Monk Burt
yeah.
is an amazing gentleman who recently just passed.
Right.
And then, you know, Professor had a great influence from the historical point of view, Felipe Ocano.
Yep.
So he's a lightning man too.
Yeah.
And interestingly, when I really got to be around more lightning guys and studying the art, I was looking at it and I'm going, it's Serrata, but in a different way. You know, because my base is SLD.
Okay.
My teacher is from Stockton.
Who's
My
this?
grandmaster is
Yeah.
Dental Revelar.
Okay.
So that's my primary
Right.
FMA system,
Foundation.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm seeing the Serrata, how Angel taught it, and then when I see the lightning stuff, I see how certain methodologies and techniques and applications all kind of blend across systems,
Oh, yeah.
right? Because I can see the Illustrissimo now. I can see the lightning. I can see this because they're all from Cebu.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they all cross-train.
It's funny because just last week we spoke with Jason and I,
Oh, I love Jason.
Uh,
He's my little bro.
watch his episode.
Okay.
The stuff that he brings up about his
Although
father.
for the episode time-wise, that
Yeah.
would have been a month and a week ago.
Yeah, but it was on just
When
this
this airs.
When,
When this
when
airs.
this airs, yeah, because this is gonna air.
He's gonna be young.
Yeah, this is you're 4 weeks into the future, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, folks.
Okay.
4 weeks in the past ago. I keep forgetting
You're a
that.
terrible actor.
I always think everything is right now, right? And he has to remind me,
Yeah.
dude, this is gonna happen for another month and a half. You dumb- But yeah, when we dude, Jason is an awesome guy. And,
Super
this
intelligent
guy,
and knowledgeable. Yeah.
Super.
His history knowledge
Yeah.
was incredible.
Well, his history was literally him
Living it.
growing up
Yeah,
as
yeah,
a kid.
yeah,
It was not
yeah.
even, he had to.
When he comes down to LA and he trains at Guru Dance and Academy.
Uncle, he calls him uncle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he'll hit me up. Hey, Sonny, you want to go eat? So everything with me and him is like, let's go eat. And he goes,
Oh, this is this is the product.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
no, what's messed up? Have you seen how fit he is?
Yeah, that's gotta.
When we talked to him, he was like, "Oh yeah, I just did a 9-mile run and I had 2 private classes. Now I'm here stretching with one of my top students." I'm like,
yeah,
he was talking to us while doing his stretches, and we were just like, how, you know what? Forget it.
get that
You just- you just
dedication.
fit-
Good on
it
him.
really is. He has very sharp mind as to what he wants to accomplish and
Right.
where
He
he
is
wants
super,
to be at
super
what level.
focused.
Yeah.
Super focused.
Super
So
focused.
he was asking me, hey, can you give me Dentoy's number? He's very reclusive. And I said, well, you already know if you couldn't get in,
Yeah.
you know,
Why are you talking to me?
Dentoy kind of keeps things to himself,
Right.
and tries to separate himself from the politics.
Right.
So I've met him several times. I actually did an impromptu test in front of him. I was like, oh my God,
Whoa,
freaked
test?
me out. Yeah.
Really?
We went up there to Stockton with my direct SLD teacher, who's his nephew.
Yeah.
And Jay was with me. And originally it was just getting him to interview
Uh-huh.
because I wanted to do a Bladed Hand Part 2.
Oh,
so
is
you
that,
were
is that gonna
stocking
happen?
up footage.
Yeah.
Is that gonna happen?
No, unfortunately not. But the interview that he had is mind-blowing. And after that, Jesse goes, hey, Sonny, so surprise, you're going to test in front of Dental. And I was like, oh, no.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was like sweating bullets. He goes, don't go fast, just keep it clean. The cool thing about it was, right, I'm leaving, and he goes, this is for you. I go, what's this? He goes, you've been in this long enough, you deserve it by now. I go, he's giving me my certificate as an instructor to teach.
Oh wow.
Dan signed it. Dan goes, and this is my gift to you. He gives me his own Kamagong stick.
Oh,
Oh wow.
I was like,
that's worth more than
right?
That's
My teacher, Jesse, goes, I didn't get one when I graduated. I didn't get
that's awesome.
I didn't know I was graduating today.
Yeah, I didn't even know I was gonna be here. God damn it, leave me alone. That's amazing. You know,
Wow.
the FMA circle
yeah.
is so full of generous people.
Characters.
You know what I mean? And characters.
Sure.
But because of what we've been doing, all the people that we've been talking, we're starting to find out it's not just FMA, but the entire martial arts world is very giving. I mean, we wouldn't have a show almost 2 years now if we didn't have these people, because we'd have nobody to talk to.
Yeah, I mean,
People
look
just
at you.
Shut
You
the door on us.
Gave your time to be
Yeah,
here with
for
us.
you to be here with us, who are we? You know, you don't know us from Adam,
Exactly.
and you barely remember me from 10 years ago.
Now
But
he
you
does.
do remember me, which is like,
Yeah.
Well, you talk shit, and he was like, now I know who you are.
I think why people are doing that now is that they realize that if they don't propagate it in a way that shows some solidarity, then things are going to die, right?
Yeah.
So
do,
the
do you
old-
think that really is happening though?
it still exists.
Yeah.
It certainly still exists.
where it's dying off?
In the Philippines, it's misconceived that it's a dying art. It isn't a dying art. It's not a popular art. There's a difference, right?
Well, all the
Okay,
bad stigmas
okay,
that go
okay.
behind the Philippines.
That
martial
too.
arts, yeah.
Aside from the politics and the beefs that system to system might have or teacher to teacher might have, again, we're talking about a social structure where those kids who are supposed to inherit the system don't want to because they want to make a living. So
Yeah.
they're going off into some kind of professional career.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's for
yeah,
sure.
So is that what's kind of the biggest hindrance to it?
I think so.
The lineage.
I think so.
Really?
So what happens is, right,
Huh.
as Filipinos go, typically the person who inherits the system is somebody of bloodline or heritage.
Usually.
Usually, supposed to be.
Supposed to be.
Other than that, then it becomes the most trusted person.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the most
Talented.
talented or ability-wise or knows the system
Right.
in and out, right? It's whoever has the favor of that teacher.
Right.
And when
We've
you
seen beef start because of stuff
exactly
like
right, so you see the bloodline, the daughters and sons of that person going, why is he getting it and not
Not me,
So
right.
there's a little of that.
Well, yeah,
bias
you know,
factor there.
and unfortunately, when that happens, it really, when somebody who's not in the blood of that, the system almost becomes bastardized because they have a different
Yeah,
direction
yes,
to go.
correct,
right? I
correct,
mean,
correct. It does.
and that's a real shame.
But some
Right.
people actually do bastardize it because they start doing some stuff that you're just. Is that really the system, or is that just you?
Yeah.
And why are you still using the name?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, right. So you have those who may ride on the name,
Yeah.
right, in order to gain students, and I've seen this. There are those who stick to the very traditional stuff, and
Right.
there are those who incorporate other things. And I'm supportive of both. But when it comes to lineage, for me, it's a very important thing.
Right.
You shouldn't be lying about who you learned from.
Yeah, definitely not.
You know, You
I've
sh-
seen a few of those guys.
yeah, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't, make it about you. It's about propagating the art. But Filipinos in the motherland have seen how financially profitable martial arts has become globally.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
Yeah.
So they want a taste of that now.
Right.
And there are, foreigners from all over the world that
Yeah.
go to train in the Philippines, and there are some people who are a little questionable, but there are those who are just really, just giving, and like they're not charging $1 million to
Right,
train.
right.
They just want to be able to eat.
Right.
That's it. We have this brotherhood that was created, an organization with Alexander Pasarkin.
Ooh,
Okay.
shameless
Russia.
plug right now.
Shameless plug. Let 'em
Shameless
know.
plug. Throw the name out. How we
So
contact it.
this system, or not the system, but
The
this,
organization?
this organization is called the Russian House in the Philippines.
The Russian.
The
So
Russian house in the
It's
Philippines.
been going on for 10 years.
Not like Baba Yaga's house.
No,
but-
he's from Russia.
Oh.
And he's an instructor in several systems. Now I know this is also sometimes looked down upon.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
why are you
Yeah,
learning
Russian,
this and this
yeah.
and this and this? But this guy's good in all of them.
Wow.
Modern Arnis, he's great. He's in FCS under Ray Dianaldo.
What?
He's in Balintuak under Bobby Taboada, and
What?
he knows all of them, and he knows how to blend all of them. He's
Wow.
super good. And then he gets these people from here, these people from here, these people from here. So I get to meet more of my idols. I've attended the camp twice now. Now I'm like hanging out with Bobby Taboada. We're joking like this. So
Yeah, we've been wanting to meet Taboada.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
love that one.
Dude.
Say hello to us.
one of Bobby's
Yeah,
badass.
Yeah.
Badass.
And he said from one of our guests, Graciela Casilla says, he goes, he's a great dancer. Bobby's a dancer. This guy, like, how do you know this? Oh, I train with him. We play all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
I used to go
"Oh,
out
cool."
to see him,
Yeah.
call him uncle.
Yeah.
If you can't get out to where he's at, I think he's in North Carolina.
Yep.
We have other people there too.
Try to meet up with Nene Gaobukayan in LA.
Nene
So he's the
Gaobukayan.
youngest grandmaster in Balintuak, promoted to grandmaster through Bobby.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Wow.
then he's got his own thing. So within the Balintuak system also, they have their groupings.
Right.
They teach a certain methodology, but they also add in their own flavor. Bobby is a boxer, so
Right.
he'll throw. You ever see his footwork
Yeah,
videos?
yeah, yeah. That's what
So
Yeah.
you see certain ways that he moves. There's a boxing influence in what he does with the stick. With Nene, he has a karate background, so he just starts throwing side kicks and sweeps and all this other stuff.
Wow.
So they have their own
Oh,
flavor.
okay.
It's crazy to
Right.
be able to spot that out like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You said-
Well, now that he mentions it, I'm thinking back at Bobby's videos, and he slips a lot when he throws
Yeah,
his
correct.
stick, and he does slips, and he
Correct.
gets in here. So yeah, that makes a lot more sense
Right.
now. Why he has those setups?
So I've been around Balintuak a while. I'll never say I'm a bullet walk instructor.
Right.
So many of my friends are. So I steal this stuff. Yeah. Okay.
We won't tell anybody.
I like that.
Don't
I
worry,
like that.
we won't.
It's just the three of us here, so
Just
don't
us,
worry
don't
about
worry.
it.
I give credit to the guys I learned from, and everybody knows
Yeah.
that in terms of the martial arts, there are some systems that are more direct, combative, and there are some that are more expressive and artistic.
Right.